हेलो प्रणाम नमस्कार पंचतत्व गर्ल एक सोच एक आवाज एक बार फिर से आपके साथ और आप सुन रहे हैं प्रागुन तत्व टॉक्स माय ग्रीन पॉडकास्ट। सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक, that plastic which is designed and made to be used only once before being disposed. From shopping bags to toothbrushes, single use plastics have become an integral part of our day to day lives as they are usually the cheapest and most readily available option. These SUPs are not designed to be recycled and they are not biodegradable either. It takes around 1,000 years to break down, meaning that any plastic produced till date is still on Earth. We know that plastic waste is not only affecting our ocean life, air, food, but it is also making its way back into our body in the form of microplastics, which are the extremely small fragments of plastic. Single-use plastics include straws, cutlery, plates, drink stirrers, polystyrene food and drink containers, and plastic cotton bud sticks, which are slated to be phased out in many countries this year, that is 2023. There is a move that follows the Victoria State's 2019 ban on lightweight plastic bags, and they have introduction of a container deposit scheme in 2020 to address this issue of drink cans and bottles, which account for almost half of Victoria's litter. The problem with plastic is that it never biodegrades. It just breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces or nanoparticles, which eventually end up in our soil, our water systems, and even the air we breathe. So, what can we do to reduce our plastic footprint? While I was reading this article about Victoria's ban, the Sustainability Victoria spokesperson Katie Palo says the easiest way to use less plastic is to just stop buying it. True. What you shouldn't do is start going through your house and binning everything that isn't eco-friendly, she says. If it is in use and effective, keep using it until you can't anymore. When it is at the replacement point, then you can choose a greener option. Very viable. So, producing single-use plastics, we don't even think while using it that it requires massive amounts of fossil fuels, which pollutes the atmosphere and fuel climate change. And after their use, plastics continue to wreak havoc on the environment, posing a serious threat to ecosystems, marine creatures, and human livelihoods. The most sad part. But these bans which are taking place all over the world for SUPs, they are also a good news for some companies. Yeah, like this SUP ban is a very good news for a London-based startup called NotPla, which is short for Not Plastic. This company, which in December was among the winners of second annual Environmental Earthshot Prize in Boston, is one of a number of businesses hoping to profit from the growing unpopularity of plastic, because it has created a type of biodegradable packaging that uses a rather surprising but widely available material, and that is seaweed. And guys, seaweed isn't the only alternative to plastic. Another small British company is using palm leaves. Another company is using bamboo. Meanwhile, Renuka Ramanujam, a designer based in Scotland, has hit on perhaps the most curious replacement material for plastic wrapping, and that is onion skins. So there are lots of alternatives which are available if we really plan to seek that alternative for single-use plastic. Yes, even government is promoting the use of eco-friendly alternatives. Even in India, responding to the SUP ban, the FMCG companies are adopting alternatives. Leading companies like Parle Agro, Dabur, Amul, Mother Dairy have replaced integrated plastic straws and Tetra packs with alternative sustainable solutions. However, Most companies do not intend to pass on additional cost to the consumers as for now, but they are certainly trying to reduce the plastic usage. They are trying to give solutions like replacing plastic shopping bags, using their own coffee mugs, consider recycling. So there are a lot of alternatives which are available to these plastic straws, stirrers and sticks and buds and cutlery. So now, if you are thinking what all alternatives we have or are available in India, well, to solve the problem of climate change, a company named Clean Green has found its aha moment in this alternative. Yes. And to know how this aha moment of Clean Green became a great initiative which is run by Chetna Mukherjee, Pooja Arora, and Achal Mehra. Let's find out what was that alternative which they found as an alternative to single-use plastic. And to know this, let's talk to Chetna Mukherjee from Clean Green and hear her journey. And let's know what was that aha moment that turned out to be a compostable material and an initiative.
Hey Chetna, how are you doing?
Hey, hi Prachi. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, and so good to have you and your initiative Clean Green on Green Tatwa Talks, and thanks for sparing your valuable time.
Thank you for having me here. I would love to, spread across our mission to other people who are listening to this talk today.
Yeah, great. So, guys, first of all, a brief about Clean Green. Well, Clean Green India cares about both the planet and people, and they provide natural and sustainable alternatives to single-use plastic products for homes, offices, and gifting purpose also. Not only this, alongside, they also try and generate livelihood opportunities for marginalized urban, poor, and rural communities. Clean Green Initiative, it showcases that provoking insights to improve, nurture, and maintain a healthy environment for our future generations. Wow, that's so much. So, Chetna, first of all, tell me, what made you think of Clean Green? And yeah, people, the spelling of the Clean Green is Klean, which I really love. So how you start with this Clean Green thing, and what was your main motive to start? And are you an individual working for this, or you're a team? Like how it all began? What's your journey?
Yeah, so I basically we all began with just a simple idea back in 2020 during the midst of pandemic, and today we have a big team. But we began with it all began with me with this idea. So as you asked me about the name Clean Green, so we wanted to keep something very simple like Clean Green, something which we are able to figure out what can it be all about. And along with this, we have a tagline, Feel Good Lifestyle. So this tagline basically, I would like to explain more about. So basically, we want to make both people and planet feel good with our mission and with the product we are offering. So by offering by giving people the green alternatives to single-use plastic utility products, people can feel good because they can offset their carbon footprint, and of course planet will definitely feel good because we are not giving out the harmful toxic gases in the environment. So so this is how we want to convey to people that Clean Green is a feel good lifestyle mission. So that's how we came up with this name. So as we all know, you have already talked so much about the environmental challenges that India is facing. India, in fact, the whole world is facing today, and mainly due to plastic waste. Places like seas, rivers, mountains, empty plains, they are all filled with plastic waste, which is ruining our environment everywhere. And it is quite unbelievable that plastic, which was invented decades ago for our convenience, has slowly become an environmental and human health hazard.
Right.
So actually, Yeah, I have always been an eco-conscious person, but the main action began on, on a bigger scale during the COVID-19 pandemic. So when during this time, it changed our world in a lot of ways, right? So, but what I observed in my own surroundings was, a few things that got me thinking, since there were no people on the street and people were not used to dealing with massive scales of lockdown. That time they did not realize how their actions then could potentially harm our planet. So plastic waste and plastic masks, they were thrown haphazardly on the streets, and no one was there to clean it for weeks. Animals wandering on street, eating the rotting trash and all that, and at that time it was really horrible. So all this got me thinking and compelled me to do something about it. And that's how I started a movement by the name Clean Green. As yes, it's not just a business, I would say it's a movement to cause a ripple effect in the world, with a contribution of a small drop. So yeah, that's how it all began.
Wow, that's really wonderful to know that, yes, Clean Green is itself not only a site, it's a feel good mission, it's a movement in its all. I'm glad to know that you are making this difference, not only at your level and capacity, but you are also encouraging others to do the same. And yes, guys, Clean Green also says that please don't wait, be a change maker. Everyone, every individual, every person can bring that little bit of change to make this place a more cleaner, a more greener, a more breathable place. And yes, of course, kudos to Clean Green for this. So, Chetna, when I began,
Absolutely.
I was referring to about the alternative to plastic and the aha moment, which I really loved when I was going through on your site. And yes, guys, I would just like to tell the name of their site is cleangreenindia.com, KLEAN greenindia.com. So please do check out the site and the products we'll be telling more about in further in the podcast. So Chetna, first of all, what was that aha moment? Please share that story with our listeners.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prachi, for telling people about our website, cleangreenindia.com. So, yeah, basically the AHA movement, as we Indians, generally we have always been so sustainable throughout our lives. Our ancestors, they always ate food. Generally, in India, food items, especially the liquid food and all, is served in single use leaf plates or bowls, which are made from natural leaves. And generally during the mass feast and all, it is used mostly. And all of us must have eaten pani puri in those natural leaf plates, right? So that post usage, these soiled bowls or plates, they are dumped, and maybe in the compost pit or maybe anywhere else. But they all turn in the natural environment itself, they turn into compost. They do not harm the environment, unlike plastic or any other material which breaks down into microplastic. They turn into nutrient rich products, post they are disposed of. So and because they can retain water and any liquid. So this hydrophobic quality of natural leaf, and this particular leaf, it was a aha movement for me, that what if we could create, we could actually create packaging and other products using this material, which when left in the environment, it will not leave the carbon footprint that we are leaving right now. So that was the aha movement. And that from there I began my journey of designing products and packaging. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And guys, yes, we will be coming over to the products, but I would just like to bring in a bit more info on this. Like she was telling us about, आपको गोलगप्पे की बात सुनकर शायद ख्याल आ गया होगा, that we were talking about the compostable quality material which we often hold in our hands, but we don't realize कि कितनी important चीज है. If I'm not wrong, these are made with leaves, as Siley creeper leaves or Areca leaves. Different kind of leaves are available, and this is
Right.
how Chetna and their team found that how this material can even retain liquid. It is 100% compostable, and they even have lots of products, bags, bowls, and we will be coming over to it. And this is how the aha moment, which became a idea, which became a website, which became a store, mission, and now a moment. I really wish Clean Green all the best, and please keep encouraging us and keep coming with more creative ideas similar to this. So, चेतना, क्लीन ग्रीन से मुझे एक कोट याद आता है by Daniel Goleman that green is a process, not a status. We need to think of green as a verb, not an adjective. And आपने जिस तरह से अपनी journey मुझे बताई, for sure आपके लिए green is a verb. Because if you call Clean Green not only a business, not only one store, but a mission and a moment, certainly you are working, using it as a verb. You are working towards a cleaner, greener, and a breathable planet. So kudos to you. Wow.
Absolutely.
ओके, सो मुझे ये बताइए कि जब हम ये ऑल्टरनेटिव्स की बात करते हैं, वी विल ऑफ कोर्स बी कमिंग ओवर टू दिस कंपोस्टेबल मटेरियल टू नो मोर, बट ऑफन आई हैव सीन दैट पीपल से इंस्टेड ऑफ प्लास्टिक स्विच टू पेपर. So what's your say about it? Because I think using paper, that is also not very earth friendly. So when you were thinking of this alternative, or when you realized that yes, this material is something which can even hold liquid, that's the best thing about it. I think jo paper bhi nahi hold kar sakta. So you say when people are like crazy going paper bags and paper this, paper that instead of plastic, I think because paper is also not a very good alternative or a solution. So what's your take on that?
Right, right. So, Prachi, you, most of us, when it comes to disposable glass, people say, oh, we are using paper glass instead of, plastic glass.
Right.
But do you know how that particular paper glass is made? There is a layer, plastic layer between the two layers of paper. So
Right.
first, this advantage is there. It is very, very difficult to, recycle that particular product. It should be absolutely avoided. This is my appeal to all those people who are listening right now. First and foremost, that is there. Along with that, paper is also made from wood pulp. So which also contributes in deforestation and forest degradation, right? So few people profit from this process, but many lose out across all dimensions of human well-being, including human health and nutrition, and of course the climate change. So that is something, it's absolutely, we all must think, what the amount of consumption that we have done. And right now, if we just get away by saying that, instead of plastic, we are using paper, no. We all must stop and think, how that particular paper, from where is it coming from? If it is recycled, that's a different thing. But if it is coming, from directly from a virgin pulp or something, then that we all must think about whether, we are. And right now at this stage, when we are, there's a looming climate crisis right now, and it's a question of lives of millions of people. Today we are at 1.1 degrees. And if we could not manage to keep Earth's temperature below 1.5 by 2030, which is just across the corner, we are at 23 right now. So, barely we have 7 to 8 years in hand. So it will be disastrous for our planet in terms of, major loss of lives, livelihoods, and biodiversity, which would actually result in economic losses. So right now, if you're thinking about, a little amount of money, think about the kind of losses we are going to incur if we don't do any kind of mitigation right now. It's high time, and we must act. So so when we were sitting and thinking about all the alternatives, all the sustainable alternatives, so we had noted down, and paper was also one of them. But we then found we found out that what all are the downsides of paper products. So that's how we came up with natural leaf, and that too we are not doing any kind of deforestation, because this leaf comes from a creeper which is fast growing and renewable. So we are in nowhere we are harming the environment, and there is no carbon footprint. So yeah, I would say that it's time that we must look for alternatives which do not harm our environment in any way. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. And yes, listeners, as you just heard that how they came to after this discussion that this material, which is a silly leaf products which they have been using in different varieties, is a compostable, 100% compostable thing, which is not piling on the landfills or on our earth's surface. It is a very breathable thing, and it is not lying or staying like a plastic for long, and that's the reason why they found this product much useful and a better alternative to plastic. So Chetna, when like आप अभी बता रहे थे कि clean green is based on social and environmental impact, and जब हम social and environmental की बात करते हैं तो of course as you said कि environmentally we are on a verge कि जहाँ पर लैंडफिल्स बहुत पाइल अप होते जा रहे हैं, कचरे के ढेर बढ़ रहे हैं, सीज एंड ओशंस में बहुत ज्यादा प्लास्टिक बॉटल एंड माइक्रोप्लास्टिक मिल रहा है. So
Right.
at the
Sea
same
and
time,
ocean level is rising because of global warming. So, and it's
right,
alarming actually. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. तो आप जब बोलते हैं कि you are like you say that you are on a clean green feel good mission, and under this mission I read that you say that you are trying to reduce material consumption, especially man-made materials which are harming our local ecosystem and contributing to greenhouse gas emissions and डिफॉरेस्टेशन, जो कि आपने अभी अभी कहा कि ऑफ कोर्स आपके ये लीफ के इसमें वो प्रोसेस नहीं हो रही है. So tell
Mhm.
me, when we switch to renewable nature-based materials for our consumption, um, can we solve the problem of climate change at a global scale? And जब हम बात करते हैं reducing the man-made plastic, so what are all the alternative things which we can have with this product which you people are using as a raw material? Like, what are all the products which you are able to make out of those plant leaves, and what is the output, or what are all the variety or products which you people are offering when we seek for alternative other than only a bag if we see? So what is your product line like?
Yeah, so basically, right now we are offering the packaging part. There is a single-use packaging which is generally used for food delivery and all. So
Okay.
we are offering packaging boxes which are made only from natural leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Along with that, we are also offering products like in birthday party, a lot of plastic is used for decorating purpose, and plastic along with other not so sustainable materials. So we are trying to give alternative to those materials. So we are saying that instead of using plastic decor or other unsustainable decor, use a material which is completely biodegradable, completely compostable, and it also looks beautiful. So we've created some beautiful product which can be seen on our website cleangreenindia.com. We begin with this, and we plan to add on to more products which will be alternative to all the single use plastic and other harmful products which are made from harmful materials. So a lot other interesting and exciting products are in the pipeline, which you are going to see soon on our website. So yeah, so if you could tell me like what was the other question? So I
No, I
answered
just
one
wanted to
question.
know
Yeah.
about the variety of products because when we are talking of a climate change, तो हम अपनी
Mm-hmm.
रोज की चीजों में हर चीज में एक बदलाव अगर लाना चाहते हैं, we are looking for
Mm-hmm.
alternatives. So
Mm-hmm.
basically मैं वही जानना चाहती थी कि global scale पे अगर वो climate change
So
लाने
as
के
I
लिए.
told, yeah, as I told earlier, like it's the idea and like our initiative. We are just a startup and we are just a 1 year old company, and
Mm-hmm.
we aim to make it bigger and take it to many people across our country and probably globally. And once this mission goes global, then it will impact on a global scale. But right now I can say that from just consumption of probably 2.5k, like 2500 bags or boxes,
Mm-hmm.
if we just consume that much per month, we can mitigate 1 ton of carbon. So one carbon credit, as you can say, one carbon credit is equal to 1 ton of carbon. So we can we can help mitigate, or he can help reduce 1 ton of carbon or greenhouse gas GHG emissions from going into the environment. So that's the kind of calculation that we have done. And that's just one unit, but we want to because this is what we are consuming right now at our stage, at the stage of our startup, but we want to increase it manyfold in order to mitigate the environmental pollution, and in order to the effects of climate change. So yeah, that is how it is.
Okay, great. So, guys, as Chetna was referring to, just let me tell you, as I just mentioned, that their site is KLEANGREEN India.com, cleangreenindia.com. They have lots of products, and as she said, that they're upcoming with more products. They have like bamboo toothbrushes, bamboo yoga mats. They have snack holders made of these pattal leaves, which are really beautiful when you have to hold your cookies, dry fruits, popcorns, or dry.
Absolutely. And the same snacks holder, I want to tell the
Yeah.
listeners, can also be used for, used as a planter. So you can, in fact, put a plant, you can, in fact, put a soil in there and put a plant, and it can, we have tested this particular planter, the leaf planter, and you can keep it for up to 6 months. And after 6 months, when the leaf is, becomes quite, it's degrading, and it's disintegrating, then you can put it as it is in the soil, and the leaf will turn into compost. And you will get a, because by this time, because generally what happens is we plant a small sapling or something, because it's a small planter. So you plant a small sapling in this, gift it to somebody, or keep it in your home. It looks beautiful green color planter, and once it's, after 6 months or so, you can put it in the soil, in any pot or on the ground, and it turns into compost. So how, you imagine yourself how beautiful it is, that instead of giving out in those plastic containers, you're giving in a natural leaf, and after the usage, it is turning into compost, and it is nurturing the soil, which is grown in that particular planter. So yeah, thanks for pointing out to that particular product, Prachi. I was able to explain about it.
I actually
Yeah.
love that product on your site, a snack holder. It looks so cute, and of course मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा ये सुन के कि use करने के बाद भी even if I throw, I know कि वो garbage नहीं होगा, लेकिन there has a reuse to it, that I can plant a small sapling or a succulent in it. ये चीज मुझे और अच्छी लगी. So it has a reuse value also. So great, great, great. And like guys, yeah, I was just telling you about snack holder. They have foldable bags. They have, as she mentioned, food delivery boxes, which they must be giving as per the orders. They have birthday decor. So a lot of variety they are coming up with, working with these leaves which are 100% compostable. So Chita, tell me, when we are talking about these leaves, so I love that all your product is especially the packaging thing, बहुत अच्छा लगा कि जब छोटे सोप्स एंड छोटी छोटी चीजें भी लीफ में बहुत प्यार से आप लोगों ने पैक की हुई हैं. सो दिस पत्तल मटेरियल, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं साइली लीव्स और एरेका लीव्स, व्हिच इज यूज्ड.
Pattal, हाँ.
Yeah. So how do you procure your material? Like, who makes them for you? Well, like, how do you get them for making and for your packaging and other products?
Yeah, so it's sold across the country because it's our tradition, right? But it is generally made by tribal women. So basically living in the forest region of India. So what they do is they travel deep into the forest to procure and hand stitch this plate, which we use for eating food. But what happens is, due to lack of demand right now, because there are so many options, alternatives that we humans we have created, so the demand of these plates, it has gone down to a certain extent, especially for women living in the interiors and in the forest region. For them, what they do is they go in the local village and they sell there, but they don't get appropriate compensation. So what we are doing is we are sourcing the same plates from these tribal women to make our various products. So basically, from ethical sourcing from women to generating livelihood for them, and to enabling composting at the end of life. So our products are actually a promise of a sustainable a value chain and a circular economy. So yeah, so we are kind of proud of this, and we want to work on it, and we want to join. We want more people to join this mission, because our vision is, instead of, in every nook and corner where you see a heap of bags and plastics thrown, and all those food packaging, if imagine, what if you see our green packs, natural leaf thrown there, would you, what kind of difference will it make? Even if cows eat it, it's not going to harm the environment. And the most important part is when these particular packaging and the products, when they go inside the soil, even the microorganisms eat it. Organisms like earthworms and other good soil microbes, they become food for them as well. So imagine, if you do one good thing of consuming a natural and compostable product, you can actually do a lot of good in the environment. So that's how we have clean, green, feel good lifestyle.
Wow, that's really wonderful. Clean, green, feel good lifestyle and a mission. I'm so glad to know that you are not only inspiring and motivating us to use these compostable material, but along with that, you are even providing these marginalized women livelihood for them. They have this thing ki okay, they are stitching it for you, all the products are handmade and they are not machine made. So along with giving these livelihood opportunities and giving an eco-friendly touch to your mission, I really, really wish all the best to you and your team, Chetna. You're doing a great work with Clean Green Feel Good mission. Kudos to you once again.
Thank you so much, Prati. Thanks a lot for having us here and spreading this message across to people. And this needs to be done even more and more, because this is need of the hour. So, thanks a lot for having us here. Thank you so much.
So, one final question. When we were talking about the environmental benefits, like we know कि I think जब हम ये पत्तल को use कर रहे हैं, तो there is no cutting of trees. I think if I'm not wrong, not much of electricity and water is used because it is all handmade and there are no zero carbon emissions also. So when we are talking about the social, economical and health benefits of using the clean green products, which we say that zero carbon emissions हैं, जब हम इसको soil में डालते हैं तो it becomes a compost also. जैसे कि आपने कहा कि एक snack holder है, उसको use करने के बाद 5-6 महीने के बाद even if we use it as a compost, उसके लिए भी वो great है. So we are certainly reducing the microplastic and pollution in air, water as well as soil. So tell me कि जब आप ये sustainable lifestyle, feel good lifestyle की बात करते हैं, and we talk of this innovative product which is not a new of course for an Indian ट्रेडिशनल सेटअप, बिकॉज हमारे यहाँ पर ये चीजें पहले भी यूज होती थी, मे बी कुछ सालों के लिए वी जस्ट स्विच टू दोज सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक एंड डिस्पोजेबल थिंग्स, बट यस वी आर अगेन कॉन्शियसली रियलाइजिंग द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ दीज लीव्स, जिसको साइली क्रीपर या पाउकिनिया वाहिली भी कहते हैं. सो ये बताइए, जब हम बात करते हैं बैलेंसिंग द इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ एंड we are requesting and asking people for adopting this change, how has been the people's response to you and your product? I would like to know about this.
So it's been absolutely amazing in terms of what is we happening right now, that we are just a 1-year-old company and we have not yet begun with performance marketing. So it's actually spreading through word of mouth. As you got to know about us, similarly other people are getting to know about us, and people who are using our product, like product packaging and all that, they're coming back to us and reordering. So that's the kind of response we are getting for our products. And it's growing. So once we begin with our performance marketing, we want to reach out to more people who don't know about us. Yeah, that's what I want to say at the moment about people's response, and it has been quite heartwarming, and absolutely we are really grateful to people who are supporting us for this cause.
Wow, that's really wonderful, and I really wish all the people who are associated with you and in future also who are going to connect with you to keep praising your cause, to keep faith in your product, because this product, guys, is not only just a product because it is going to be a big help. Because हम बर्थडे पार्टी या गेट टुगेदर के बाद रियलाइज नहीं करते हैं कि हमने कितने सारी प्लेट्स या प्लास्टिक की कटलरी को वेस्ट कर दिया है, जो एक डस्टबिन की बैग में फोल्ड होकर घर से तो बाहर निकल जाएगा, बट वी आर नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट द जर्नी ऑफ दैट सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक, जो कि कहीं ना कहीं पड़ा रहेगा सालों तक, लंबे टाइम तक, and it won't be a biodegradable, or it won't get mixed up with the soil, because soil is not going to accept anything which is not produced from it. But जब हम बात करते हैं इन पत्तल लीव्स की, इन पत्तल प्रोडक्ट्स की, ये हमारी सॉइल से ही उपजे हैं, तो सॉइल इज हैप्पीली गोइंग टू टेक इट एज अ कंपोस्ट, एज अ बायोडिग्रेडेबल प्रोडक्ट. एंड लाइक चेतना ने जैसे कहा सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी, सो यस वी आर यूनिकली ट्राइंग टू रिड्यूस द प्लास्टिक वेस्ट, एज वेल एज जब मैंने बात की थी पेपर कंजम्पशन, बिकॉज पेपर कंजम्पशन भी कोई इजी चीज नहीं है. इट रिक्वायर्स वाटर, इट रिक्वायर्स वुड पल्प, तो दैट इज अगेन अ प्रोसेस व्हिच गोज ऑन इन फैक्ट्रीज, एंड तब हमारे हाथ में पेपर आता है. एंड जब हम बात करते हैं आपके इस पत्तल वाले साइली लीफ की benefits की, तो if I'm not wrong, they are anti-inflammatory, they are anti-diabetic, they are antimicrobial, and they are antioxidant properties से भरे हुए. So
Yes.
guys, this product has lots and lots of advantages and benefits. Have faith in the product. Just go check their site. I'll once again tell you the name. It's cleangreenindia.com. And yes, if you are looking forward to join, they have this option on their site of partner with us. So if you are a retail chain or an organic store, online store, or you are a distributor, or you are a small cafe, hotel, school, resort, or anything who are in requirement of these products, please join the Clean Green Feel Good Lifestyle mission and be a change maker, be a part of their mission, bring that change. So let people accept these kind of products more happily and more effectively. And guys, even you can see on their site, they have like some internship programs also running for young enthusiasts, which helps them enhance the skills by working on practical project and experiences regarding this products of sustainability. So guys, just go check their site. They have their Insta handle also with the same name, Clean Green India. Go check their products, go check their activities, and please, please, please support this product a lot. Great,
Yeah,
Chetna.
thank you
Great.
so much. Thanks a lot, Prachi. I just want to add that besides, you talked about birthday party and, the kind of waste we generate from the, plates and bowls and product that we use for eating food or packaging food. But along with that, we all must have seen, we also give return gift. And generally, I
Right.
have a son. When he comes back from a birthday party, he would bring back a lot of small plastic miniature things, generally packed in a plastic bag. So what if you could pack your candies or toffees or whatever healthy snacks that you want to give out as a return gift in a natural leaf pack, and then give, even if a children are throwing it in the environment, it's not going to harm. But generally I've seen in parties, the amount of waste that is generated. So I mean, that kept me thinking, what if we replace it with something which is absolutely sustainable and it's not going to harm the environment, and it's also good on your pocket. It's not that
Right.
expensive. So you guys must think about the alternative and embrace the change, be the change maker. Thank you so much for having me here. Have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Chetna. And before finally we will wind up, so I will once again just give a small input of these alternatives which we were talking today, that instead of plastic, guys, please switch to wrapping sheets or the wrapping leaves which are available on their site. You can even use bamboo utensils. You can switch to stainless steel straws, reusable bags. So there are lots of alternatives in our daily life which we can switch to. It's all about just
Always carry a bag with you so that you don't need to ask for a plastic bag in a shop where you go for shopping. So
Absolutely. And soon, the main thing जो मुझे आपकी साइट की सबसे अच्छी लगी थी, that was the snack holder. तो वो तो of course is something, guys, please do check. It's a very beautiful bowl kind of a thing, which you can use for multi-purpose uses. So go check this site, promote Clean Green India mission के साथ जुड़िए. And before winding up, environment is no one's property to destroy. It's everyone's responsibility to protect. And if you are joining the Clean Green mission, of course, you are putting in that responsibility of protecting the environment. So thanks once again, Chetna. My best wishes to Clean Green team.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. That's all for today, guys. PragunTatwa Girl will be back with more inspiring, eco-friendly, green living and green stories. तब तक हंसते रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए, प्लास्टिक के ऑल्टरनेटिव्स चुनिए और सुनते रहिए. Thank you. Pranam. Bye-bye. Namaskar.
Bye.